You are listening to Blues on the Hill. You're with Baz, and there's some cult movies that have been made, but there's one that stands out among the rest. It's a movie that still fills cinemas around the world. It is the original Blues Brothers. The original Blues Brothers band were here in 2016. I saw them then, got absolutely blown away, and back. Due to popular demand, they are back in 2018. I have with me backstage at Bluesfest, Australia's premier music festival, Tommy Potts McDonnell. Welcome to Blues on the Hill.
Thank you, Baz. Great to be here.
Now, as I said, back in 2016, you brought the band here, absolutely blew us away. Back in 2018, one show in, how's it going?
It's going great. At least this time we got to enjoy Australia a little bit.
Now, 1995, you joined the band. Tell us about your involvement with the band and how did you get involved with the band?
I was in a band in New York called the Nuff Brothers, and part of the band was Lou Marini, Alan Rubin. So when the band started touring back in Europe in 1988, the singers were Sam Moore from Sam and Dave and Eddie Floyd from Eddie Floyd. And eventually Sam Moore left, and Lou asked me, are you interested to join? You're going to be great. And I said, sure. So that was kind of...
Well, an incredible opportunity to become part of this history.
And the funny thing was, I said, is there going to be rehearsals? You know, he says, no, you're going to be great. You're going to kill it. I said, yeah, but what are the songs? He goes, oh, don't worry, you're going to be great. You know, they had so much confidence in me. Meanwhile, I was a wreck, you know.
Yeah.
So I ended up, I said, there's got to be a tape or something of the show. So Alan Rubin said, well, I have a tape in Woodstock. You can drive up to my house and we can make a copy from a copy. So I did. I drove up. I got a tape of the show and learned the show note for note for note for note. And came to Japan and did the show and started to lose my voice the third day. Because it was the first time I really stepped out in front as a singer. And but eventually I got my voice back, so it wasn't catastrophe.
Incredible. So obviously you would have seen the original movie. When you saw the original movie, did you ever think that you were going to be part of that?
I just loved that music since I was a kid. I just gravitated towards soul music. I mean, I'm from an Irish background, and my mother's German and French and English, and everybody was listening to, you know, I grew up on Frank Sinatra and show tunes. My mother was involved with the Rockettes in New York, and her side of the family were vaudevillians and showbiz people. So that's what I grew up on, but I gravitated to soul music. Eddie Floyd, Otis Redding, Wilson Pickett. I just loved that music. So when I got an opportunity to finally sing it with a real band, it was pretty exciting.
That's the appeal of this band, isn't it? The mix of soul and blues. They just got it right, and it never stops people. Like people just, you know, dancing in the aisles.
Yeah, we always say that this band is like an out-of-control freight train coming down a hill. So, and you wouldn't want to be the band before us, and you don't want to be the band after us. So, but this, it's just like a magical collection of people. You know, everybody from different. When Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi decided they were going to put this band together, they got Steve Cropper, Duck Dunn, Macaton Murphy from the soul era, and then they needed horn players, so they got the horn players from New York, from that Saturday Night Live. Paul Schaefer was in the band, so it was half those guys, half the real soul guys, and just an amazing energy. Like the drummer and it was never done like that before.
Yeah, to play with the legends, but not only is the band doing shows live. 2017, the last shade of blue before black.
Finally, a new record. Finally.
Tell us about it.
Everyone's been begging us to do a new record, So we put together this record, and we did a bunch of songs. We had a bunch of guest stars. Eddie Floyd came, sang with us. Dr. John sang with us.
Wow.
Paul Schaefer came and sang us James Brown's song. Joe Louis Walker, who's going to be here.
Awesome, yeah. Saw his show the other night, blew me away as well.
Oh, it's tremendous.
He's an incredible guitarist.
Yeah, so he was a guest on it. And then all of us sang. I sang a duet with Eddie Floyd. We did a couple other songs, a couple of originals, and the reviews are pretty good.
Yeah, no, sounds absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
You know, especially with the history of the band. So as you tour worldwide,
yes,
what's the audience reaction? And is it waning, and are you gathering new fans? Like, you know, people will say, who's the Blues Brothers?
This band attracts people from 8 to 80, and we've been to countries. Just an example, we've been to Serbia. There's a country. Now,
Home of the Blues.
Yeah, home of the Blues. And nobody speaks English, but they went nuts, and they were all 20-year-old kids, in their teens to 20s to 30s. Their parents who are 40, their grandparents who are 60. It's an endless, it's a timeless music. And because I don't know if it's the energy of the show or just the excitement of the music. You know, I don't know what the draw is, but we go to a country like Serbia. It was 15,000 people in this area. Everyone knew the words to the songs. Nobody could speak English, but they know the words to every one of those songs. It's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And
that must blow you away and the band away, you know, and just to keep that energy up and say, you know, we can take this anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere. I mean, we've been to, you know, we're usually popular in Japan, all over Europe, Australia. But it's just it's a timeless music, and it's so happy, and it's so peppy, and it's bursting with love.
And so did you get involved in the 2000 movie? Were you a part of that?
Yes, I got a call from Dan Aykroyd, and he said, we want to put you in the movie, but we can't put you in as a blues brother, so we're going to put you in the super band. And the super band was the Louisiana Gator Boys. And that consisted of...
That was awesome.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, go and tell me.
So I get there, and it's, you know, the guitar players are B.B. King, Eric Clapton, Bo Diddley, Jimmy Vaughn, Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother, Travis Tritt, Skunk Baxter from the Doobie Brothers. The horn section is Grover Washington Jr., John Faddis, Clarence Clemens from Springsteen's band. The keyboard players are Billy Preston, Stevie Winwood, Dr. John. It was an all-star. It was all my idols. I was looking around that stage going, this is the most surreal situation I've ever seen. So, and I got it, and everyone knew everybody, you know, everyone knows, except me. I'm just kind of standing there like, and people must have been going, who the hell is that? You know, so during lunch, it's so funny. During lunch, I went up to Stevie Winwood because I love him. And I introduced myself. I said, Mr. Winwood, my name is Tommy McDonnell. I'm the singer with the Blues Brothers. He goes, yeah, I know who you are. He says, I had to ask somebody, who the hell is that? I was like, yeah, Stevie Winwood asked about me. And then Eric Clapton walked over, and I introduced myself to him, and he says, yeah, I know who you are. I had to ask somebody too about it. And then they started talking, but man, it was, and everyone, the nicest guys you ever met.
No pressure?
No pressure. I mean, it was a surreal, that was a surreal day. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's absolutely incredible.
It was pretty crazy.
And so the future of the band, obviously you've just done a new album, obviously you're still touring the world, you're still planned, you're booked a year in advance.
Yeah, we're booked pretty solid, and we'll just keep going till we're all dead.
Tommy Pipes McDonnell, been an absolute pleasure having you back in the country. thanks for your time. Thanks for being on Blues on the Hill, and good luck.
Thank you, man. Pleasure. It's my pleasure. You guys keep the music alive.